Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video here on XRP. Your weekend update, not much has changed since yesterday, just to be completely honest. And obviously, I mean, it's weekend price action, right? So there in general is not much movement. However, we are about to get into a pretty big week again, probably filled with headline news again about, well, not necessarily about XRP. I don't actually expect some major news regarding Ripple or XRP in the next week, but it's obviously always possible. But obviously last week we already had a lot of news with XRP and the crypto summit, etc., etc. All right, so very usually it doesn't happen that happens 2 weeks in a row, but all right. And then outside of that, the major news catalyst that we're waiting for, which would be a resolvement of the XRP SEC case. We're also still waiting for that, but there's no real data, there's no real updates on that. I mean, there's some reports that are stating that it will be resolved in like April or May. I'm not certain. All right, I still remember back in, I think, 2023, or was it last year? I think it was last year, maybe. But both years there was major news. And I think both days, it was actually in the summer that we had some major spikes, right? I mean, you can go back to July right here. I think this was one of the times that we actually got some news. So that was July. I mean, here XRP went up about 50%. And then the other time, I think in 2023, yeah, it was also July. So, well, I mean, if we just go off of that, July is going to be the date. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, XRP, to get into the technicals, which you are most interested in, I would assume. XRP is just following Bitcoin. All right, what we're seeing this weekend is that volume is going down across the board for XRP as well. XRP's volume is down about 60%. It's normal, right? It's down to $3 billion right now. Has been on the decline almost for the entire last week, obviously after the major news we had last week Sunday. But that also means that XRP is very, very correlated to Bitcoin right now. There's no specific fundamentals or no specific catalysts for XRP deciding the direction. Most coins right now are very correlated with Bitcoin at this point of time, but you can see with XRP it's about, I'm not sure if you can read this, but it's about 0.76. That's quite high, right? I mean, it's high across the board, as you can see. But there are some coins such as Movement Network that's a bit lower. So there's definitely coins that are less correlated. But XRP is not one of them. So it moves primarily with Bitcoin. And therefore, what I would expect, but that's also in line with what we're seeing from XRP itself, after dropping down below the POC area right here at 2.4 and 2.45 right here, I would say it's most likely we're going to drop down into the bottom of the range here. All right, for that we're going to zoom out. Zoomed out, the bottom of the range, basically since the 2nd of December, even though we did deviate away from the range at times then, is this level right here between 2.15 and $2. I think we're going to drop down into that. All right, so that's also like on the lower time frames confirmed with the bearish breakdowns. I think it's most likely for Bitcoin to drop down lower. So therefore, I'd assume that XRP is going to follow that and drop down into 2.1 and $2. So then the question is well, do we have enough reason to suspect that the consolidation, the range lows are going to hold? Yes or no? If they're going to hold, and if you agree with me on that, because I do think they're going to hold, it's a great buy opportunity. All right, and we might spike down lower to like 1.85. Like volatility is always to be expected, especially when the volume and liquidity drop down. But I think it's most likely we will be able to hold that. I think because of the correlation, we have to again talk about Bitcoin. I think the fundamentals around the market and for Bitcoin specifically are good enough for Bitcoin to hold support. Therefore, I expect XRP, which is still one of the strongest altcoins in the markets, to hold that level as well. That's where I will be buying myself. And that from there, I think we can also get a move into 2.4, 2.45 at least. And hopefully, and probably as well, get a move back into 2.7 and 2.75. Could still take some time, right? Because like I said, I mean, if the volume really stays low, and we have inflation rate data next week Wednesday, so we'll probably de-risk a little bit ahead of that as well. So if that stays the case, then this will not happen quickly, right? But ultimately, a movement like this is what I do think is most likely. But those are my thoughts. That's what you have to work with. Hopefully, it was valuable for all of you. But for now, have a great Sunday. Take care and bye.